Taking a look at Kyber Network here, you can see we have broken this previously green box of support to the downside, which really isn't a great sign. We did find a bottom here at these previous bottoms, which we'll just have to see how this plays out. I originally thought that we were going to find somewhat of a bounce here, but it actually looks like we blew through it to the downside. I did buy some around $2 here, and then I bought some more, I think around $135 around here. And then from dollar cost averaging in, I think I sold at around 190 for a profit of nothing really crazy. I think it was around $100, but it was enough to get out of the position in case this does fall off the table. Now, considering we've had such a crazy pullback in such a short amount of time, we should see somewhat of a larger rally out of here. You see we have retested this red box as resistance again, which really isn't a great sign. You can actually see here, if we zoom out a little bit, that the uptrend is slowing down. You can see it's kind of curving off right here. So Kyber Network really needs to hold these levels and start doing something like this so we can break these previous resistance levels to the upside. Zoom in here and take a look at the Ichimoku cloud and the EMA ribbon. We have broken below the Ichimoku cloud, the EMA ribbon, and the 200 EMA. We're actually pretty far away from everything, so again, we should be seeing somewhat of a bounce here. We have had a bullish engulfing candle on the daily, but we've had a pretty gnarly rejection from this red box of resistance, so we really need to break this to the upside so we can see a continuous move. If we take a look at the 4-hourly chart, you can see we're actually testing the EMA ribbon relatively heavy here, and it actually looks like we're forming somewhat of a bull flag pattern. So we could very well see another move to the upside, ultimately to get rejected off the Ichimoku cloud, especially considering it's relatively thick on the 4-hourly here, and it is caught up with the price action. If we take a line from this wick here to the top, maybe say around this wick, and we extrapolate the price data upward, see if we do break out around here, we'll probably be testing the top of the Ichimoku cloud at this previous red box of resistance for another rejection. Now, at this point, if we do find a rejection up here, we really need to hold this box of support to the upside because it'll be acting as support then, so that way we can start trending higher and ultimately break all-time highs. If we head down to the hourly, you can see we've been testing the Ichimoku cloud quite heavily throughout this range, and we've actually broken above the EMA ribbon here, which is a good sign. We really need to break this to the upside as well as the 200 EMA, again, so that we can see that further move up. You can see here a little bit more clearly that bull flag I was mentioning. These usually break to the upside. Back on the daily chart, you can see that if we do break this previous low right here, where this zone of lows are, we're likely to move down to this red line, which is indicated by this previous high right here, as well as these lows. This is probably more of a zone of support, ranging from here to here. But for now, I'm just going to use a line to keep the chart a little bit cleaner, and if we do move down here, I'll likely make it a zone. So to sum things up here, especially considering that we've had a 80% move down within a very short amount of time, we should be seeing somewhat of a rally out of here. Whether that breaks all-time highs or not is up for debate at this point, but we should see somewhat of a move to the upside, maybe even up to this red box, as I mentioned previously. Now, really, if we break much below this wick, which is sitting around 106, we could very well find that move down to this red line, which is sitting at 76 cents. If we do have that move up from here and that bull flag plays out, we'll likely have a top around this red box or even this 0.382 level on the fib retracement. This is sitting anywhere between 3,175 and all the way up at 334. And it could even make its way all the way to the top of the red box before finding the rejection. And the top of the red box is sitting at around 4.3. And ultimately, if we do find a rejection here, again, we really need to hold this box to the upside as support and not break below it again, because the next time we come back up to retest it, it could send us lower. And that's especially true if the Ichimoku cloud on the daily starts catching up with this. If this gets really wide and we're still below it and find support off of this red box, the Ichimoku cloud could send us lower. This is all I have for Kyber Network today. If you enjoyed this video, go hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.